Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Did you know that women's brains are wired differently for emotions, or that science has uncovered surprising truths about attraction, intuition, and decision-making? In today's video, we're diving into 15 surprising psychological facts about women you never knew. Some of these will blow your mind, challenge what you thought you knew, and maybe even help you understand the women in your life a little better. So, make sure to watch till the end, hit that like button, and subscribe for more eye-opening content. Let's get started. First, the secret to genuine attraction, mental stimulation. The secret to real. Let's be clear about attraction. Attraction for women begins in the most brilliant mind you could have impressive look. However, if you don't mentally interact with her, and you'll simply be another face, she forgets that ladies want a closer relationship. One that transcends the obvious when you pique her curiosity, which unlocks the door to intimacy on an emotional level, and yes, even to more profound physical fulfillment. But the thing is, this isn't about pretending, it's about having fun or playing games, sincere comprehension and progress. Marcus Aurelius once stated that your level of enjoyment in life is determined by the caliber of your ideas that are wise. This is true when your ideas are based on self-assurance, purpose, and intention. You inherently convey a vitality that many women find attractive. The emotional and mental connection may indicate it's not more than any physical contact. Concerning manipulation, it's about knowing what's important. Stoicism reminds us that mastery starts with mastery ourselves. As you develop your mental faculties, develop emotional fortitude, and expand your self-assurance, you inherently generate the room for sincere communication. Therefore, simply concentrate on interacting with her. First, the mind begins with meaningful discussions in which ideas and feelings were exchanged presence, while performing all other tasks will come naturally after all. The strongest bonds aren't only physical, they have mental roots. And two, foreplay and creams can improve intimacy. Foreplay and heart. 2 creams can increase closeness. Let's discuss a topic that can genuinely change your relationship. Focus on detail. This is the unvarnished reality of what ladies frequently want most. Isn't about lavish displays. It's the little moments of reflection that stick with them. Applying oils or lotions during foreplay, for example, isn't limited to improving bodily enjoyment. It's about establishing an encounter that is significant and purposeful. It lets her know you are completely present here and not in a hurry. Now, and here is where Stoicism enters the picture. Interplay, closeness is really about self-control. In addition to being about relationship, recall the words of Epictetus, "No man who is not in control of himself. If you're distracted, she'll sense it." But when you concentrate your efforts and stimulate her body and mind with purpose, you're not merely doing increasing enjoyment, you're creating a strengthened emotional connection. This isn't it's about learning shortcuts or tricks. The understanding that foreplay is a vital component of the relationship. When you make the conscious effort you can actually sense and see her presence. Not only enhancing the instant you're demonstrating to her how much she means to you, and you produce something in the process. It is not only physically but also deeply significant to you both. 3 scents. 3. Love is sparkled by scent. Let's discover a truth that's sparking love. Frequently overlooked attractions aren't simply about what you do or say, also affects what this eye may go unnoticed by you. If a woman likes the way you open, chances of your child being enchanted by your scent. Love grows by an incredible 97% of the time. A basic smell can establish a strong emotional bond. It is innately connected to our, from a Stoic standpoint, primordial nature. This serves as a reminder to concentrate on the subtle influences that mold our lives, such as specifics we frequently ignore. Marcus Aurelius highlighted the significance of managing what's inside our one of things is power and your aroma. Items that you are unable to produce immediate chemistry, that you can control the impact you make by selecting an aroma that really captures who you are, about the small things, being deliberate with your personal hygiene and choosing a scent that complements your presence. These minor behaviors aren't merely regarding how they appear: attentiveness, concern, and focus on detail, and the magic happens when she's attracted to you by something as basic as fragrance may seem. It's not merely physical attraction is where it all begins. Something more profound, something involving the capacity to develop into a long-lasting relationship. Therefore, don't undervalue the power of the deliberate, tiny decisions. Sometimes you make these quiet things that make the biggest impression and lead to the path to meaningful partnerships that 4 people are concerned about. 4. Concerned about how you look. See, let's talk about something that many women are reluctant to discuss in public: how they feel about the way they look during private moments. Even for the most self-assured, women are susceptible to get entangled in misgivings, fears of criticism, or feeling like they're not up to par, a silent uneasiness that might burden. She's thinking a lot about this, so here you possess the opportunity to actually change things. A small act of sincere confidence can go a long way. Far when your words originate from a serene, self-assured setting where they can totally change her viewpoint. The Stoics remind us to keep our attention on what it is beyond our control to alter how she recognizes herself, but you have power over how, in response, you provide constant confidence and maintaining your composure. You're doing beyond calming her anxieties. You're demonstrating leadership by your assurance in a world that frequently puts perfection first, as you're showing her that what's important transcends. The real attraction on the surface isn't about perfect physical beauty, is what it's all about. Fostering a feeling of security and emotional safety when you remain anchored and show her what you're saying her without using words, that she is respected for her true self. Simply the way she appears. That sort of relationships are uncommon and what sets you distinct from the others. Therefore, keep in mind that it's about being, not about being flawless. The constant comforting presence she requires. 5 dates for free at that time. 5. Free meal dates, dinners. This may be a painful reality. 38% of women acknowledge that they've gone through just for the free lunch. Yes, on dates. As you consider it, it's all about she may be romantic and connected, like she's eyeing that steak and dessert. Having dinner in a 5-star establishment it's not just about you, it's about in this circumstance. The Stoic, your mentality becomes your superpower rather than being annoyed or removing oneself from it personally from the results. Concentrate on what's within your power, your behavior, your attitude, and the way you decide to react. Not every date must result in a romantic relationship. Important and comprehension that can women save you a great deal of emotional energy, are intricate, and their reasons aren't always what they appear to be, which is simply human nature. But the secret is to not let it shake or get sucked into the chase. Your self-assurance. In actuality, some women will go out on dates. It's not personal, it's just for the benefits. Simply said, Stoicism teaches us about reality, that what occurs to us is not important, but also how we react to it. So if you discover yourself in a circumstance such as this, stay. Remind yourself to remain composed and grounded. That no one determines your worth, someone else's goals, by approaching these instances. With fortitude and consciousness, you're already distinguishing yourself. Maintain your head up, concentrate on what's important, and keep in mind that you have authority over how you traverse these 6 ovulation-boosting scenarios. 6. Ovulation increases intimacy want. Here's a simple reality that women should be aware during ovulation, feel a spontaneous spike in desire, and arousal is more than just a sensation, it's at work. Biology magnifies their 6th energy that increases their sensitivity to appeal and possibly more attracted to closeness. But this is the crucial, this isn't about you completing things correctly or in any other way. Getting her to like you depends on timing and being aware of the inherent cycles at work. Here's where Stoic knowledge turns into priceless. A Stoic doesn't allow outside forces or ephemeral feelings determine their attitude, rather than they watch, acknowledge, and maintain authority over their reaction when a woman becomes more desirous. You have an option because of her ovulation. You might use it to increase your self-esteem, or you can maintain your composure by acknowledging that the normal rhythm of life is not a representation of your value or acts. By comprehending and by honoring these natural cycles, you encourage yourself to maintain your composure and concentrated rather than exaggerating or thinking too much as soon as you see it. Clearly, and proceed with self-control and truthful clarity. Strength comes from being in control of your own feelings and responses that aren't the result of trying to manage the unable to control. Once you embrace this viewpoint, you're not merely navigating. Having wise interactions, you're establishing the type of resiliency that the key to Stoicism is 7. The 7. The effect of desirable men. This is an attractive man effect. An intriguing fact that many men fail to notice. A woman's perception of your worth can, when she notices that other ladies locate you, desirable is more than simply your appearance or words. It's a more profound social evidence. When a lady observes that others are attracted to you, she begins to question. Primal is what makes you so unique. Ingrained in human nature, consider, why do exclusive or uncommon products tend to far more alluring when everyone wants them? The same rule is applicable here. But let's be clear that this has nothing to do with engaging in deceptive behavior or playing games. A basic biological fact is that women are innately drawn to men who are seen by others as having a high value, that claimed that this is where Stoic thought comes in. Becomes a true Stoic, and your greatest ally. Is conscious of his inner virtues, self-respect and mission clarity. Determine his value instead of how others perceive him. See him as you concentrate on being proficient, your feelings, and leading an intentional life. You radiate a calm assurance that communicates volumes. This type of energy is what attracts others, not because you're attempting to win their approval, but because you're confident in your identity. Social proof could be useful in your favor, but don't actually rely on it. Walking your own path gives you power, remaining loyal to your principles and allowing now that everything else has fallen into place. 7 out of the 15 unexpected I wish to know psychological facts about women. To hear which insight resonated with you the most, here's an idea I would adore for you should leave a remark. On comprehending women begins with knowing oneself. How does that agree with the Stoic way of thinking that we've been investigating? Please share your opinions here. I'll be reading all of them, so let's 8. Continue the conversation. 8. Position preferences. Diverge preferences for positions. Here's a fact that may surprise you. Many ladies have certain tastes. Regarding intimate postures, one among the most widely preferred is penetration for many women from behind. This role involves more than just physical pleasure. It can produce a more profound primal link, but avoid making the erroneous belief that everything is physical. Women are frequently linked to their desires, feelings, her trust, and even unconsciously occurring elements when she gravitates toward a specific stance. It's not only about the action itself, but also how she senses at that precise instant that does she feel at ease and connected to? Does she believe in you? These are the unsaid factors that influence her wants. This is where the Stoic attitude comes in. Enters the picture rather than focus on what you believe you know. You have power over your capacity to recognize her needs and your readiness to adjust, and your self-assurance in establishing a meaningful friendship connection. It's not about assuming something or adherence to strict principles. It's about being present-minded and receptive to her signals, similar to those of ultimate mastery in Stoicism, resides in adaptability and authority, rather than much more than yourself. If you get used to the time and provide her emotional and bodily requirements, you create a relationship that extends well beyond the on-the-surface. Building trust is the goal. Ease and a common experience that enhances your 9. Empathy and attention. Heal relationship 9. Empathy and attention. Heal. You must understand this truth. When a lady becomes agitated, she doesn't require your assistance to resolve the issue. She demands your attention. No easy fixes, no advice, solutions, just your empathy and presence. In the world in which we live, males are conditioned to act in order to address, take action. But in the case of women, among the strongest things you can just be present and listen intently, without interfering. Or it's not about weakness to judge something, it's considering strength, the ability to be available, to show genuine empathy, and to recognize that not everything must be under your authority or handled by you. This is when the idea of Stoicism turns into the lesson of game changer. Stoicism is that the forcing results isn't where actual power lies, but in becoming proficient at responding to the circumstance. When you arrive to help her relax, you become her when you are present and grounded. Anchor, rather than attempting to correct her feelings, you give her room to freely express them, and by doing so, you build a degree of trust and closeness that is much more profound than words or activities ever could. Perhaps be the most significant. What you can offer isn't a remedy, it's your focus. A genuine relationship starts when you give up attempting to manage the moment and begin the entire experience. Going through it with her is how you heal, how you develop, and how you become stronger. The 10th secret between you. 10th secret. Regarding affairs, this is a harsh reality. 68% of women acknowledge that they've considered having a 6th relationship if they thought they wouldn't be discovered. So this isn't some uncommon occurrence that reflects. In actuality, women have strong emotional attachments, creatures, and when they feel abandoned or mentally unfulfilled on an emotional level, may start to stray. But let's be clear, does not imply that it is your fault. But if you have become complacent, perhaps now is the right moment for you to represent the harsh fact that many men concentrate their efforts on the incorrect things, seeking approval from others, worrying about uncontrollable circumstances, or disregarding the necessity of personal development to maintain a powerful. Women in relationships frequently put you to the test. Strength, your reliability, and your being able to lead is not about managing her. Involves presenting yourself as your greatest self-expression. If you're failing to provide an emotional bond and depth, she might go searching elsewhere. Herein lies the role of Stoic principles. Play rather of placing the blame on the situation. Pay attention to what you can control. Attitude, your behavior, and the work you invested in fostering the don't allow emotional neglect in your relationship. Be the silent motivator for you. Separate, remain alert, remain present, and guide your connection to intention and purpose. When you provide emotional stability and reliability to the table, you're not only maintaining her interest, you're creating an enduring bond. The 11th best friend versus boyfriend match is a 11. Boyfriend versus best friend. Some women find it difficult to confront the truth, more intimate with their best buddy than with, yes, you heard correctly, their boyfriend. Even if you may believe that you're the most crucial man in her life, the sentimental, she shares a strong bond and trust. Even her closest companion could surpass the "she is attracted to you." But let's take a brief break from this. Isn't an attack on women. It serves as a reality check on interactions in the absence of active establishing a deep emotional link. If you're simply coasting or concentrating solely on physical appeal, you're positioning yourself to disappointment. Women aren't really seeking a spouse because they want a leader who is able to match their emotional dimension, that keeps them interested and serve as their dependable mooring when things get. Being her boyfriend is insufficient. In order to capture her heart, you must be her guardian, her confidant, and her. This is where Stoicism comes in. Shines rather than gripes or feels endangered by her emotional connection to. Let someone else concentrate on what they can. Regulate your behavior and your emotions, tenacity, and your capacity to appear as a trustworthy, grounded individual. Strengthen your own emotional fortitude and take the lead with assurance as you develop into the man who can offer depth and emotional stability. Not only will you be her boyfriend, but you'll be the individual she genuinely admires and treasures. 12th grade self-assurance and emotional 12th. Self-assurance and emotional development maturity. Let's face it, if you believe 40-year-old women are mostly focused on regarding the tangible aspects of things, as women, we fail to see the wider picture. As people develop, intimacy becomes less about physical performance, as well as additional information about intelligence, emotional stability, and it's about connection, not certainty. Simply, here's the harsh reality of attraction. Your physical attractiveness won't get you far. You might be in the best shape, I'm sure, of your life, but if you don't have you'll develop inner confidence or maturity. Up and down short women in this life stage are seeking something more than the obvious. They seek depth and attractiveness, and this is where the Stoic attitude makes all the difference. A mature woman isn't the same curious about someone seeking approval or continuously looking for validation. She's searching for a stable, grounded man in himself, and emotionally strong, genuine confidence is not derived from how people perceive you, because they know your goal and keeping things in balance inside yourself. So don't just concentrate on what's outside and begin to cultivate the emotional attributes that you can manage: self-awareness, intelligence, and an unwavering sense of direction. When you cultivate these qualities, you'll be able to connect with her on a deeper, more significant level, which is the sort of self-assurance and maturity that makes a statement. And when you bring it to the table, you're not merely constructing a relationship, you're creating something genuinely durable. And Chapter 13. Size is inconsequential. Let's 13. Size is not important. Dispel a notion that has been causing men anguish. Excessively long size isn't. Here is the average and the truth about everything. A penis of that size is more than sufficient to bring. The female body is made for pleasure. Compatibility and comfort are not those who worry over. Size miss the larger picture completely. What matters to you: display your self-assurance and the way you act as though women are interested in you. Far more about how you affect their emotions, both physically and emotionally, than regarding any particular measurement. A man who can lead to her feeling wanted and establish a relationship will always have the edge. Here's where Stoicism is useful. Concentrate on the things you can control. Alter your physical characteristics, but you can improve your attitude and develop your emotions. Perseverance and strengthen your capacity to find a self-assured man who practices self-discipline and stays in the moment can foster connection that goes so far. Stops anything tangible on its own. Worrying about size is a waste of energy. Instead, concentrate on what really matters. The capacity to make her feel appreciated and wanted and recognized as you come, connections with assurance, and as you grow emotionally, you'll understand that the most important thing isn't something you can gauge the relationship between. You make 1414. Body language is very powerful. Body language is quite powerful. Here's a reality that a lot of guys ignored. Women talk continuously with their bodies if you're ignoring the little things. Subtle indicators that you're overlooking among the strongest indications of women who are attractive tend to talk more. Through non-verbal cues rather than words, playing with their hair and pointing toes, bending over, or making slight. These looks aren't only arbitrary actions that are unmistakable indicators of interest. The harsh truth is that if you're ignorant of these signs, you're departing. The door is open to a different man who is. Reading her body isn't enough. It's about having faith in yourself, your body language, posture, and mannerisms. You can change the way you carry yourself. When you stand tall, the room is filled with energy. Make direct eye contact and project your personality. Guarantee that you're not only reacting to indications you're giving them with these connections. Regulate the internal things by embracing Stoicism. Your body language is your power. Hands, don't allow insecurity or fear to master. Uncertainty distorts your presence. And you'll begin to notice interest in methods you never envisioned. 15. It's all about communication. 15. Here, communication is crucial. The truth is that most men make serious mistakes when it arrives. To some people believe that communication is better than silence. Playing games or remaining enigmatic will win a woman over in any way. But here's the harsh truth. Women desire clarity, value candid, open discussions regarding wants, limits, and expectations. Go beyond simply nodding. It's important to listen intently throughout. Being truthful and communicating your ideas without hesitancy, while avoiding obvious dialogue that you provide access to uncertainty and unfulfilled misunderstandings arising from expectations, can undermine even the most resilient. Women value a man who can establish a relationship, confidently express his ideas. Someone who is powerful and, at the appropriate time, vulnerable. At times like these, Stoicism turns into, your best friend isn't about, it's all about mastering others. Your personal feelings and responses when you are able to be truthful, direct discussions without allowing your emotions or ego to cloud you're exhibiting true judgment. Emotional development, and this is the problem. The foundation of trust is communication. Trust is the cornerstone of all relationships, sixth or otherwise. Whether it's temporary or professional, step up. Speak your truth, be frank and attentive. Approach discussions with decency, and being genuine is how you gain people's trust and create significant connections, and you've got it. 15. In conclusion, unexpected psychological revelations about women from the realms of attraction and love to emotional bond through comprehension. You can approach relationships with these, with more assurance, compassion, and awareness. If you thought this was useful, make sure to click the like button on the video and sign up for more similar stuff. However, I would love to hear from you before you leave. Which of these observations struck a chord with you? Most, express your ideas in the remarks below, as well as the expression, the more I comprehend, the more I control. Let's continue the discussion. I'm forward to read your work, viewpoints, and go further into this topic together. I appreciate you viewing, and see you in the upcoming one.